Good morning, students. Hope you have enjoyed your Diwali vacations. So, back to studies now. So, we are going to start our syllabus, means after Diwali syllabus, with unit number 3. So, unit number 3, in unit number 3, there is very first poem, that is Growing Up. Okay, so this is the poem name Growing Up. So, I think you have relate already that the poem is about the frog. Okay. So what is the frog? What the frog life is actually, and what is about it? And the second, there are two poems. Okay. The first poem is about a frog, and the second one is about a butterfly. Okay. The butterfly. What are the lives uh, of a frog and the butterfly we are going to see in this poem, these poems. Okay, so growing up means what? Means you are in such a place that you are such a in a such a kind that you are growing up, आप बड़े हो रहे हो. ओके आप इस स्टेट में हो. मीन्स आप यू आर इन अ स्टेट दैट इन विच यू आर ग्रोइंग अप. यू आर ग्रोइंग, आप बड़े हो रहे, आपकी ग्रोथ हो रही है. सो लाइकवाइज द एनिमल्स आर ऑल्सो ग्रोइंग अप. सो वाइल ह्यूमन्स आर ग्रोइंग अप, their height grows up, their hair grows up, their body parts grows up. And what about the animals? Okay, so we will see in this poem how they grow up, how the frog grow up, how the butterfly grow up. So this is the poem Growing Up. The first poem is Mr. Thomas Frog. We know the poem is about the frog, and what is the name of the frog? Mr. Thomas. Okay, so Mr. Thomas is there and his mother is there. Okay, little Tommy Tadpole began to whip and wail. Little Tommy Tadpole began to whip and wail. As you can see, the little Tommy Tadpole began to whip and wail. Means जो छोटा सा टॉमी टैडफुल. मिस्टर थॉमस इज द नेम ऑफ वन बिग मैन, मीन्स एल्डर. ओके, ग्रोन अप. ओके, एडल्ट नेम. ओके, मीन्स बड़े इंसान का नाम है मिस्टर थॉमस. अगर ये जो इमेजिन दैट इफ मिस्टर थॉमस इज नेम ऑफ वन अडल्ट पर्सन, इफ मिस्टर थॉमस इज younger or is in childhood, what will be his name? Means his nickname. जैसे कि घर के नाम होते हैं, तो थॉमस का बन गया टॉमी. उसको घर पे बुलाते होंगे टॉमी. ओके, लिटिल टॉमी टैडपोल began to whip and wail. रोने लग गया. लिटिल टॉमी टैडपोल began to whip and wail. रोने लग गया. whip and wail means yes to cry loudly. Okay, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail. Why he is crying? Because he lost his little tail. That's why little Tommy Tadpole began to whip and wail. Okay, he started crying loudly because he lost his little tail. As you can see in this picture, little Tommy Tadpole is crying and holding his backside because he is finding his little tail. Okay, where is my tail? And his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log, for he wasn't Tommy Tadpole but Mr. Thomas Frog. And his mother didn't know him. देखिए, and his mother means here is Mr. Little Tommy Tadpole's mother is there, and he didn't recognize, she didn't recognize him, didn't know him because he was sitting on a log. Log means here लकड़ी के टुकड़े पे वो जो मिस्टर थॉमस बैठे थे, लिटिल टॉमी टैडपूल, और रो रहे थे. लेकिन उनकी मदर उनको नहीं पहचान रही थी क्योंकि वो लिटिल टॉमी टैडपूल थे क्या? आप नहीं, वो मिस्टर थॉमस फ्रॉग बन चुके थे. ओके, so how Mr. Little Tommy Tadpole converted into Mr. Thomas Frog, we will see. Okay, so first of all I will read the poem and then I will tell you the reason behind the transformation of Little Tommy Tadpole into the Mr. Thomas Frog. Okay, so you can repeat after me while watching this video. Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail, and his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log, for he wasn't Tommy Tadpole but Mr. Thomas Frog. Okay, so this was the poem, and how this is up to you have to read the poem. So as you can see in the very first picture, there is little Tommy Tadpole's mother, and little Tommy Tadpole is there. As you can see, the frogs are when they take birth, when they took birth, and they are like is they are like an insect. Okay, means like any earthworm. दे आर लाइक एन अर्थवॉर्म मीन्स वो अर्थवॉर्म की तरह होते हैं फ्रॉग्स जब वो पैदा होते हैं. दे आर हैविंग ए टेल. ओके, दे डोंट हैव हैंड्स एंड legs, foot. Okay, they don't have feet or hands. They just have a tail. Okay, because their mother takes care of them. Okay, just they have a tail. That's why in childhood they known as little Tommy Tadpole, and slowly they grow up. This is the poem growing up. So slowly Tommy Tadpole becomes Mr. Thomas. They now Mr. Little Tommy Tadpole have hands as well as feet. Okay, so uh, now he has become Mr. Thomas Frog. Now, okay, so in the first picture, little Tommy Tadpole is with his mother and he is having a tail. And in the next picture, he is a grown up frog. मीन्स वो बड़ा हो गया. जब बचपन में, जैसे बचपन में हम चल नहीं पाते हैं, बोल नहीं पाते हैं, हम बड़े होने के बाद चल पाते हैं, वैसे ही फ्रॉग्स में क्या होता है, उनके हाथ पैर नहीं होते, बस एक टेल होती है. और जैसे जैसे वो बड़े होते हैं वैसे उनकी टेल गायब हो जाती है और उनके हाथ पैर आ जाते हैं. सो दैट्स वाई लिटिल टॉमी टैडपूल इज क्राइंग, क्योंकि उसको ऐसा लग रहा है कि मेरी पूंछ गुम हो गई है. लेकिन वो बड़ा हो गया, इसकी वजह से उसकी टेल गायब हो गई है और उसकी मदर भी उसको पहचान नहीं पा रही है क्योंकि वो अब बचपन की तरह नहीं दिख रहा है. ओके, so this was the poem Mr. Thomas Frog. So we will see the butterfly poem in the next video. Okay, so I'm going to send you a picture along with this video and you have to complete your homework. Okay, so do to complete your homework. Thank you.